Welcome back to Bucket List Homestead and day 10 of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and I'm going to preserve two things today. One I was planning on, one I wasn't, and if you look over my shoulder you might see what I wasn't planning. Rhubarb. Oh my goodness, I have harvested so much rhubarb already this year, and I have lots frozen. I've made rhubarb butter and I've made rhubarb sauce. Barbecue sauce, and the barbecue sauce was a new way for me and we love it, but I have lots of it. I have lots frozen, so I'm going to preserve this year in a new to me way and see what we think. I like preserving things different ways till we can figure out the best way we like it. Frozen rhubarb is great. I defrost it, and then when I have more time I can make rhubarb jelly or whatever I'm going to make. And like I said, I do have a lot frozen. So I'm excited to try this new way and see what we think of it. The other thing I was planning on today was kale. I have harvested kale. I only have a couple plants and I've harvested like 5 times. I've dehydrated all of it so far because I'm going to powder it to put into smoothies or juices or whatever, or even baked goods going forward in the winter. My family is not a huge kale fan. I personally only like a little bit of it, like in a mixed salad. I can eat it that way, but other than that, and we've tried stir frying it, we didn't like that. But did you know you can can kale? I didn't know. And I saw Jessica from Hand141 Homestead, who is the host of this challenge, the Every Bit Counts challenge, can it on one of her videos. And I reached out to her and I asked her a few questions. So we are going to can this. Now I'm going to can it in pint jars. She canned it in quart jars, and you need to pressure can it, because I don't have a big a family as her, so we don't need large quantities like at a dinner. So I'm really excited to try this. I've rinsed it several times after I harvested it, and I rinsed it again and again. I stripped it all, and we're also going to keep the stems. I've stripped all of the leaves off the stems, and we're going to freeze the stems, and she says they go great in stir fry, so why not? We're going to try it. And then once I destemmed these, I rinsed them again and again and again. So now they're nice and clean. So I got to finish washing up my jars and we'll get ready to start our day 10 of Every Bit Counts challenge. So I have 4 wide mouth pint jars. I'm not really 100% sure how many I'm going to need. I'm thinking 4 is probably going to be enough. So I'm just going to do what I saw Jessica do. Shove as much as I can in here, and I have my pot of water all boiled because we are going to pour boiling water over this. I might not even need 4. We'll see. All right, so we got 2. Boiling water. Leave 1 inch headspace. Okay. I have to get my debubbler. Okay, I got the kale going in the pressure canner, so that's the noise you're hearing behind me. I have 9 minutes left before I have to turn the valve. I should have read the instructions for the rhubarb. I'm still going to make it, but I hope I can still get this video up today, or it might be part 2, day 10 part 2. Because I have to let them sit for 4 hours in sugar. And I didn't see that part, but that's okay. It's only 11 o'clock-ish, so we're good. So I need 8 cups of chopped rhubarb and 1 cup of sugar. I know I have way more than 8 cups. I'll probably freeze the rest. And this recipe is from Melissa K. Norris, and I'll link it down in the description box below. So I've already washed my rhubarb really, really well, and now we've got to pat it dry. So I'm just going to lay it out on one of my towels here and get that all pat dry. For this, but I've decided not to. It's not that much, and so we're going to try and chop it into roughly 1-inch pieces. So I'm just going to put it in my 8-cup measurer first, and then I have my big huge bowl, which I love. That's what I'll be setting it in, the sugar. So we'll just chop this up into 1-inch pieces, add 1 cup of sugar, stir it to make sure everybody's coated. Okay, it has been about 4 hours, and I'm going to say there is not a lot of syrup in this bowl. You can see that. And the recipe does say to have boiling water ready to add to jars if there's not enough syrup. So I guess she knows there's not going to be enough syrup. So now we have to put this rhubarb and all the liquid into a pot and boil for 30 seconds, which is going to take away even less of the syrup. And then I take it off the heat and ladle 2 cups into each pint jar. So I'm going to do, she says it's going to only take 4. I've got more than 4 ready, just in case. So I'm just going to turn them over, get them all washed. Okay, I'll meet you at the stove. Says 2 cups of rhubarb per pint jar. This is a 1/2 cup measurement that I have. So 1/2 cup, 1 cup, 1.5. Really? I don't think I can get 2 cups in there. I'm going to say 1.5 cups. Processed, and they are filthy because when I took them out after they sat in there, after they processed, I let them sit for a good 20 minutes in the hot water with the burner off. One of the jars had no lid on it. It was floating around. So either I've forgotten to tighten it enough. I'm not sure what happened. So I lost some, not too bad, I guess, but what a mess. So those will have to I always wipe down my jars before I put them away anyway, but those are definitely going to need it. So end of day 10, 4 instead of 5 pint of rhubarb syrup and 2 pints of pressure canned kale. Now I got to look up recipes on what to make with this going forward, but that's it for day 10.